Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Average Gentleman's Podcast. We've been off for a couple weeks, but we're back at it again. And we're going to start things off with a little shout out. One of our future guests, Mike from Workplay Drive, he gave us a shout out in his last video.
He's been giving us shout outs like a bunch lately, man. So really, man, thank you. We can't wait to have you on. Let's make this fucking happen.
Yeah, so we got to get our schedules together, and we'll have him on the show. We're going to talk some cars with him and a lot of modifications he's done to his cars and kind of cool stuff that he's been doing on YouTube.
Shit, we'll even come to you and show us the cars, man. You know,
that's true. We could do that too.
You know, do it in the garage. That'll be a fun fucking episode.
That would be a fun episode. So, Mike, you're listening. We'll schedule the
let's get
episode.
this set up.
I'll bring the beer, man. I got lots of it.
No drinking and driving, kids. No drinking and driving.
No, responsibility matters.
So, I only give him I give him a shout out too because one of his comments on Instagram was, "I made it 10 minutes in before you guys started talking about colonoscopy." Well, speaking of. So Joe was giving us an update on his most recent colonoscopy.
He liked it so much the first time he went back for more.
What I've lovingly adopted the terminology of the colonoscopy 2, the return to darkness, is what I was referring to it as prior to the procedure again. So a lot of similar things from this one. We went over a lot of stuff. The main thing that sucked ass the most was I had to do a 2-day prep this time.
I thought you were doing like a week prep.
So the 2 days was what they recommended. So I was watching what I was eating the week leading up. I wasn't eating a lot of red meat to keep my colon, kind of clean, yada, yada, yada. And then so the first day they told you to take, I did the Miralax one this time because apparently the $90 for the soup prep I paid, they're like, you're out of your mind. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So I did the what I just fucking said the name of it. The
Miralax.
Miralax. And then, laxatives. There's a regular Doralax laxative.
Right.
So the instructions were there's 2 days before to do a liquid diet, which included like yogurt with no fruit pieces in it. You could have milk and shit like that, and then
Jello.
Clear broth, Jello, and all that too.
Yeah.
And then the second day was like the first prep where it was all clear broth, Jello, and nothing else but that and water and like Gatorade. So the first day they told you to take a Miralax at breakfast, lunch, and dinner time with whatever you were having at the time, and then the next day.
No, is that a pill or
it's a powder? So it's a powder I mixed into the
Mix it with
Gatorade.
water?
I mixed it with Gatorade to have some kind of taste. They said you could do that.
Right.
Is it flavorless or?
It's flavorless, but so we're gonna
probably better. Sometimes the flavors that they have for that stuff are
it's rough. Yeah.
But the first day they said to take 3 doses, breakfast, lunch, dinner time, and then the next day they said to take a full bottle, dump it into 60 like a half gallon of like Gatorade, not the 64 was it? Yeah, 64, the big bottle of Gatorade. Mix it with that, drink half of it in the morning, and then half of it at 4 o'clock and half of it at 11 o'clock.
Jesus.
Was what they said.
Yeah.
So trying to clean my colon out even more, and then laxatives. So he took 2 laxatives at 4 and then
on
2
top of it?
On top of the Miralax. 2 laxatives at 4 and then 2 laxatives at 11. So I was really trying to clean out. So the day before, I took I did a whole bottle of Miralax the 2 days before and 4 laxatives. The next day I did a whole bottle of Miralax again and 4 laxatives.
How's your plumbing?
Yeah.
Well, luckily it comes out like fucking water because you're dehydrated.
No, I literally meant how's your plumbing in your house?
Yeah.
Good enough to hold up with me. So I did this, and like it was the first day was terrible. The second day was even worse because I'm starving at this point. The last thing I ate was at Cheesecake Factory at Sunday at like 5 o'clock. I had nothing past then.
Yeah.
So like I was cranky. Like my wife came home and like I was looking to pick a fight, and she caught that and went upstairs. And like the next day, I'm like, I'm sorry, babe. I was trying to pick a fight. She's like, I know, that's why I left you alone. And
you were hangry.
I was just, and like I had a headache because I wasn't drinking enough because I wasn't hungry, so like I wasn't thirsty then, and
the whole bag. Yeah.
So I get to they call me up and say, okay, you're gonna be in at 10. Then they call me back again and say, okay, 7:30 in the morning. I'm like, even better, get out early, eat earlier, go in, have to give me the IV, which fucking sucked this time. It took 3 people forced time sticking me before they got the IV in.
Yeah, I believe it.
It was like the anesthesiologist was the one who finally got the IV in.
Yeah.
And I noted where she put it, so in the future I can tell them, go there. just start there, because when I had a bad time, this is where they were able to get it. So I know you should be able to always get it here.
Yeah.
So I went in, and again, this time I don't know if the doctor gave me more anesthesia this time, but I felt it going to sleep. Like I'm talking with them and I'm like, woo, like I'm like, this is the good stuff. You know, this is what Michael Jackson got to kill himself with type of stuff, man. And you know, so I pass out and then again I wake up and again just like waking up from a blackout, you know, like how the fuck did I get here for a second?
Like what happened? Yeah.
But I was a lot groggier this time. Like it took me, you know, the first time I woke up and I was
Well, you're
like,
probably really weak.
and I was under longer. I had less
Well, it might have been
fluids in
was
me.
it stronger anesthesia that they gave you? Because
I don't know, but they maybe because I was out longer because you know the last time they couldn't get in my colon because the
For
prep
whatever.
didn't work. No,
Yeah.
the prep didn't work. So this time they could. So I was out for the whole time of the procedure. Doctor came out, said they found a few polyps they removed just to check them, but they said they didn't see anything that she was concerned with. She actually referred to my colon as a beautiful colon, to which I was like, take a picture. It's, you know,
have it hanging on your fridge,
yeah, I'm
right?
like,
Hanging
yeah,
on my
exactly.
fridge.
So it was again, I'm happy it's over with. She's now I get till I'm 50, so another 13-ish years
Yeah. Before you have
before I
to
have to do this again.
All right.
As
Well,
long as there's no problem. So
well, there you go. So what was the first thing you ate after? That's the bigger question because you starved yourself for 2.5 days. And
it was 2 egg rolls that we had gotten from China. My son had got Chinese food the night before, so we had a couple egg rolls left over.
Yeah.
So so
I wouldn't have fucking waited until I got home. I would
I would
have.
have had shit in the car.
yeah.
I'm lying. The first thing I had technically was graham crackers at the hospital. They gave
Okay.
me some graham crackers and water, you know, to get some shit in my stomach.
Yeah.
But then driving home, I got nauseous because I hadn't eaten for 2 days and everything with the stomach. And I hadn't taken my pills yet and da. So, but
Yeah. Didn't work well.
yeah, I'm happy it's over. We got to wait for the results. But from what the doctor was saying, you know, she thinks it's just IBS, which is
Yeah. Irritable bowel syndrome.
yeah, is what it is. And I just got to learn my trigger foods and
What not to eat and all that bullshit. Yeah.
yeah, I just hope it's not something like, you know, cheese or gluten. I'm like,
I mean, yeah. Whatever. You can deal with that cheese. You can. You can.
Depends.
I don't know,
I
man.
don't know if I could do it without pasta more than I could do without cheese.
I could do
Yeah,
without
I
cheese.
agree. I could do that pasta more and cheese.
Yeah. I mean, I've been on keto since Memorial Day, so I haven't had a piece of pasta and
Yeah, and
Yeah, but how much cheese have you eaten?
have? Yeah, like,
well, cheese. No,
I
no,
have a lot of cheese.
no. I can go for like cheese as a snack, but that's only because that's really the only thing I have in the fridge right now is like a snack. But or like times that I'm craving something and I don't feel like
Mozzarella cheese sticks. I love cheddar.
Oh, yeah, no. I'm
queso,
saying.
like everything.
But-
I put cheese in like fucking everything, man.
So, but that like that's the difference to me. I can go without it. Like my wife and my mother-in-law and the kids. Like no, there's no chance in hell that we won't have cheese in the fridge. But if there was no cheese in the fridge and I don't think I would crave it. Like I can go without
Fresh
it.
much,
I don't know that I would
ricotta.
crave it, but
Yeah,
that's
I
like
could
one
go
that's
without it.
absolutely being on keto as one of my go-to snacks in some form.
Yeah. No, I mean that's definitely
You're
a
both
snack.
insane. I crave cheese all the fucking time. I want it right now. Can I go eat some cheese out of your fridge?
Sure.
Like,
Actually, I think my wife bought these really thick slices of pepper jack.
pepper jack's good.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like cheese so much that I watch YouTube channels about how to make cheese.
You should. Why not?
Yeah.
It's a good idea. I think we should do it now. No, I'm kidding.
You got gallons of milk. You got some Reddit. You
It'd be
got.
better than the tomatoes that the wives made. Oh my god!
Oh, what happened with that? They went and bought like a bushel of tomato. That's right. I forgot about
Yeah,
that shit.
I mean they made it.
And she opened up one can last night and
Yeah.
and it was bad. Like she said, it smelled bad. I had to like throw it out.
Really?
Yeah.
So it probably wasn't sealed right.
Oh, that
I'm like-
sucks.
Can we retire this idea now?
No, they got to do it at least one more time. They got to perfect it at least.
No.
Listen, this time they did it in my house, so I mean, didn't matter. I
Let
didn't
me
really care.
let me come
They-
help you guys.
they wanna-
I know
they-
what I'm doing.
If they want to get together, let them go to dinner.
Be a lot cheaper.
I mean, whatever. Listen, it's one of those things like you want to try something, you want to do it. I mean, all right, granted, they tried it 7-8 years ago, and I think we still have some bottles.
And it was the
from
same
7-8 years ago.
result.
Yeah, but it was at your house and whatever.
But so the problem with that is like with jarring and canning, like we were doing, you have to have like everything has to be perfect. If you have any like one trace of bacteria in there,
Oh yeah.
you got to throw it away. So you got to like really be diligent about.
Well, it's
like,
not even that. It's like when you seal it, the seal has to be just perfect enough, right? To keep
yeah,
it
I mean,
fresh and long and
there's
all that.
you have to follow specific steps, a specific way, and
It's
always
all-
do it.
It's all
Yeah.
about the purity.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
So-
whatever. I mean, listen, I'm okay if they try it again, as long as they they have a good time doing it, but just don't involve me.
They didn't really have a good time doing it.
Well, I mean, all the shit that they had to deal with, like the grinder breaking, the
That's what I
strainer,
mean.
like
They didn't really have a good time
the
doing it.
burner that they bought, like burning the bottom of the pot, like it was bullshit. Like it was like if they had all the right stuff to do it, I think they'd be fine. But it was kind of one of those things where let's just see what we can do with what we have, and didn't work out very well. So, but I see those scenarios and kind of say, well, let's try to improve on it. Just not just in that. I'm talking about everything else. I'm just more of an optimistic person than anybody, really.
No, I get you, man.
All right, moving on. Now that we're back, I know we were kind of hyped up for the movie before we took a break. El Camino.
Ooh, yeah.
So we all saw it. It's probably about a week or two since it's aired.
It was a week ago.
It's a week ago. It was all right. I'm gonna give my opinion.
So first, in case anyone doesn't know what El Camino is, it's the Breaking Bad movie that they came out with on Netflix.
Right. So spoilers if you guys haven't seen it, just to give you a warning, because we're going to go through certain scenes and everything just so that we can kind of discuss and see how we feel about it.
Spoiler warning. 3, 2, 1.
Go. All right. So obviously the story is Jesse, about what happens after he escapes. I kind of liked it. I kind of like how it was.
No, I definitely liked it. I liked it.
I liked it, but I have to say I was a little underwhelmed.
Yes, 100%. I felt the same way.
Why?
Because I feel like it was built up. Maybe not, and to be perfectly honest,
but that's the thing, I don't think
it was built up for me more by your text.
So
all right, because when I watched it before you did, but no.
So it was built up, but it wasn't anything that Netflix did to promote it. Because I just heard that Netflix doesn't promote things till they're aired because they want people to be able to go immediately and watch them when they're being promoted.
Well, I felt it was
underwhelming.
They only promoted it for like a week or two before it came out, right?
They don't promote till it comes out.
No. They gave out two trailers. There were two trailers.
Yeah, trailers, but
2 weeks before it aired, right? The first one was the one with Skinny Pete.
Yeah.
Right? Where they were just like, I'm not telling you where he is and whatever. And then the next one was just like a quick, like 10-second thing showing Jesse full beard, full hair, dirty, hiding behind shadows and shit like that. But that was it. That was it. You had no idea who was in the movie.
They did have that last trailer that came out. They that went through a couple of the scenes.
Regardless of trailers, that's not what I feel was overhyped. It was that the series, I think, built to such a climatic ending that it was he went from being this high school teacher to just a badass killing people for just to keep himself fucking afloat, and then we get to this movie, and again we're jumping ahead to the end of it, but I felt that there wasn't enough death. There wasn't enough, it didn't live up. There was no crazy plan of throwing some kind of chemical on the ground. No. I get that's not Jesse, but the show had such expectations.
I didn't expect
the whole Alaska plot. I felt was like, okay, you're trying to get to fucking Alaska. Like,
I didn't expect that.
I would have been happier if he got a bull in the back of his head and that it just ended.
I didn't expect more death because there weren't that many characters left to kill off.
Right.
But I expected
everyone else is already gone.
I expected to see
for the most part.
Yeah, but
some supporting characters were something like Badger and Sneaky Pete, Sneaky Pete.
Yeah.
But Skinny Pete. Skinny Pete. Sorry.
Sneaky Pete's a show on that
HBO. Right.
Or Cinemax.
I expected to see more of the alive characters, like some integration, like with Saul.
Saul wasn't in there at all.
He was referenced.
Well, Saul would have been gone by then too, right? Like he probably would have picked up and left at that point because he had his
but they didn't do a flashback to him at all.
But that's his own. I had no problem with that because that's an AMC series that's not Netflix. Better Call. I mean, it's
because he's still kind of
like I guess they referenced him, but see the or at least some inclination of how he got from Saul to the Cinnabon manager.
No, because
they want to do that.
They're showing little bits more and more every season. You're getting little pieces of that backstory. That's they wouldn't want to take away the dramatic license they have for that show.
Yeah,
to be able to do that in the future.
What I was expecting a little bit more was, I think, a little bit more of Walter White in it. Like I didn't expect it to just be Jesse Pinkman story.
Like what happened to Skylar? Like, did she end up going to jail?
And
Walter Jr.
Walter Jr. Right. You know, like and Marie, like they all showed up to the premiere, you know, and I had thought, or at least had a feeling, that maybe they would kind of give a little bit of those highlights also, and not just like what's his name, Jonathan Banks' character, the old guy.
Oh, who passed away? Yeah,
Mike.
No, he didn't pass away.
Mike,
right?
Herman
Yes.
Trap.
Right. No, Mike didn't pass away. The other guy, the vacuum guy, he passed away.
Oh, that's what we're talking about. Who are we talking about?
Mike Hermantrap, the bald old guy.
Oh, yeah.
So like he did a flashback with him. He did a flashback with Walt, his girlfriend, the one that OD'd.
Jane.
Who else? I can't even fucking remember at this point. But no, but still, like I didn't expect it to be like just a full Jesse Pinkman movie. I thought there was going to be a little bit more.
But they could have. We don't have the character. Everyone died off for the most part, right?
Right.
But there's still a cartel. We have to imagine. You know, the cartel could have sensed. There could have been a plot with that. You know, there's.
I would have thought that would have been overkill. I would have thought that would have been overkill.
But if there was any thought of another movie, I don't think there is now. I think that was
like, this is the end.
Yeah,
That's
like
it.
this is there's really no opening to branch off,
because now
unless they did the focus on another character.
They did confirm that Walt is dead, right?
Which I'm glad.
Yeah, I mean, because that was kind of like that hope that was still there,
like
right?
Part of you wants the show to, at least for me, part of me wants the show to still be going on.
Yeah.
But it was such a good ending for him. I didn't want to see that.
And they could have more with the cops. I mean, do we even see the cops get close to him at all? The only cops we saw him interact with, for the most part, was the
fake FBI
FBI agents.
Yeah.
You know, like there was that whole device they could have used. You know, like they could have found the car and done something with that too. And you know, like with when they changed to the El Camino, and then they changed to the
I mean, this is more of like
I'm nitpicking again.
No, I know you're nitpicking, but this is more of such a Jesse Pinkman story where almost everything doesn't go right up until the end. Right? Think about how it was in Breaking Bad. Everything, like, something will go right for just a small period of time, but then there was so much that went wrong for him throughout the entire series.
But with a movie, you don't have the luxury of
that time.
Right. So that's why the TV show and has taken off in the last years, because you're able to take 12 hours of content to really develop characters. That's why we feel bad for Walt and everything, right?
Yeah.
Because he's a guy. You identify with him on a certain level, right? So I mean, with a movie, you got to keep it moving. And I felt that there was just too much downtime. It felt like the show, but that's the problem. The same thing with Entourage. When Entourage made their fucking movie, it was an hour and a half episode.
Yeah,
and it's intrinsically I've never seen a good TV show movie transition. I've seen it go the other way. A movie that they've made into a TV show, because you can take those characters and build them out. Yeah, but it's hard to go the other way, I feel.
Yeah, I mean, they could have broken up into another miniseries, I think, rather than just a movie.
They could have, but again. How I know that
well, because they could have
Bryan Cranston and Pinkman's real name is
Aaron Paul.
Aaron Paul. It's a part of their life that it's a big part of it, but would you want to keep doing the same shit over and over again? Like Mark Hamill, fucking like it took him forever to come back to Star Wars, right? Like he because that's all he was known for. Like, what other movie did he do? He's done other things, but I couldn't name fucking one of them.
I can name one thing. I mean, not a movie. I can name one thing he's done outside of Star Wars. He played the Joker in the Batman animated series.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, and he plays it really well. He still does it.
He's a phenomenal actor.
Yeah,
I mean, like even the Last Jedi, was that the last one when he died?
Yeah, I think so.
Like phenomenal.
Yeah,
but. So again, I liked it.
You just ruined The Last Jedi for someone that didn't watch it.
Well, we said spoilers, and they shouldn't be. If they didn't want spoilers,
we said Breaking Bad spoilers.
Listen, if you haven't seen it by now,
yeah,
I'm sorry.
I know. I was just messing around.
Yeah, I know. But
yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, I did too. I
thought it was a good ending for him. I thought there was going to be more of integration of the rest of the cast that's alive.
Yeah. I think one of my favorite scenes was when he tricked his parents to get out of his house, to get out of their house so he can go steal the gun.
Yeah.
I mean, he was smart enough to kind of watch out and see that, there were other cops kind of just staking out the place, and he was like, all right, do it, whatever. But yeah, he just picked up an old, like, fucking 22.
It was a Ruger or a
Ruger, probably.
Yeah, Ruger. It was a German weapon, was the bigger gun, and the smaller one was just a like a pocket revolver.
Yeah,
both probably were old as shit.
Yeah. Well, he said it was his grandfather.
Yeah, he did. You're right.
But yeah, no, that was a pretty.
No, it was good. Like, I liked the part when he was looking for the cash. I liked when you finally found. I liked the backstory with the guy's name? Todd.
Wait, so did you see that he got fat shamed?
Well,
no, who did?
We started talking about this.
Well, he gained weight since the.
Yeah, no, but all right, he gained that weight quickly after Breaking Bad, like, first aired, right? But he never, like, brought it back down. But he was also much younger then too.
Yeah, that's watching it from the transition from where the series left off. There's no time. There was no lapse between that and the beginning of this movie.
Right.
But everyone's aged so much. It was hard for me to be able to look at them and not be able to ignore that age difference.
Yeah.
Like
well, there's nothing you can do about that, though.
Like, Skinny Pete, I think so. He just has that face where he just looks like a
30,
like a crackhead, basically,
yes.
right? Like, from this, I think he still looks the same.
Yeah.
I think he still looks the same, just a little more weathered, right? Badger looks exactly the same. Aaron Paul still looks pretty much exactly the same.
But he looked older to me. Like, I couldn't
Aaron Paul?
No, I couldn't tell. Like, I didn't come to that conclusion with Badger or Skinny Pete.
Yeah.
From watching Aaron Paul and definitely watching Todd.
Yeah.
You could tell that they aged.
Oh yeah, I mean, Todd was like, he's the biggest. I think he was the one that aged the most, or the
biggest difference.
The biggest difference
between that.
Oh yes,
and being
he did get fat shamed. It was really bad. It was really funny. I mean, there was an article I saw online where they were like 15 people just ripping into him, like Skinny Todd.
Yeah, I think it would be different if
fuck you people.
I don't remember, when did the series end?
Oh,
was it like almost?
I don't remember. I'll have to look it up.
I'd say at least like 6-7 years ago.
At least.
So like, if the movie picked up 6 or 7 years ago, or 6 or 7 years later, that difference wouldn't be that much.
Final episode 2013.
So 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Because chronologically it picked up right at the end, and accounting for that age growth, it, like, I don't know, there's nothing you could do about it. It looked weird to me.
They could have done like they Better Call Saul, right? So they just jumped you into the future and then did flashbacks. So they could have showed us Jesse living in Alaska, right? So I mean, but then that
ruins that you still have to shoot those scenes that are taking place 6 years ago.
Yes, but then you can fuck around with makeup a little bit more, and if you're showing them age and then whatnot. What are you laughing at, the fat shaming?
Oh yeah. So I was just Googling it real quick. So this is a comment off of Reddit. It says, I actually can't believe that they let him play that role being that big. Are you telling me within 8 months, Todd gained and lost 60 pounds? I'm going to need a follow-up to El Camino called El Burrito. Focus on Todd's flexing weight. Oh, God.
Oh, that's awesome.
I feel bad. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but like... Yeah, I know, but it's... Again, that's inherently the problem when you jump right to there, right?
But you can't get rid of it. He played that role so well.
Yeah.
And is he playing anything else now? He might be in...
Yeah. I think he's in some Star Trek show or some he's in other stuff.
He was in Black Mirror recently. I just saw him in one of the new episodes of Black Mirror.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen anything new in a while. Well, Black Mirror at least. But yeah, he's in a few things.
Yeah. But yeah, again, I think they could have done more with it, but it was satisfying to have some end with Jesse.
Yes. I think it was definitely a good end, and I would give it another watch. I would totally would. I mean, it's just like Breaking Bad. I would totally watch it again.
I did watch it again.
No, I know.
I watched the whole series before.
I thought about it, but I just didn't have the time.
I know, me too.
Last week was a crazy week for me, man.
It's been very busy lately, so I haven't had the chance to kind of go back and rewatch everything I want. I can't even catch up on TV shows that are out now. Like American Horror Story, I haven't even started yet. It's like
I watched one episode.
I like it. My wife doesn't like it.
Really?
No.
Is it? It's because it's like an 80s slasher kind of.
A lot of new cast.
I think that's it.
There's only a couple people who came over still. Again, but the same thing. I understand. How long are you going to keep playing? The same type of role?
But it's not the same character, right? It's essentially right.
But it's
American Horror Story.
It's in the same universe, the same writers. The same.
Yeah, no, I get it.
So I'm getting a kick out of it. I like all the old 80s references and
I've camped at Crystal Lake.
Have you?
Yeah, it's a Boy Scout camp.
Oh, nice.
Called Nobi Bosco. It's in upstate New York, and they call it Camp Nobody Goes There because it's fucking trippy. Like it's
like spooky
when you're walking down to that lake and you're like, shit, this is what like. It was a scary week.
Someone needs to put a Bluetooth speaker in the dark.
Jesus Christ!
Play some.
I'm getting fucking goosebumps just thinking about. Fuck you, man. Like
some howls in the wind.
You might go there with your son.
Yeah. Speaking of camping,
did you just go last week?
My son is in Boy Scouts now. We just had our first camping trip. We went to Camp Lewis in Rockaway.
One of my favorite places in the world, man.
Yeah,
it was fun.
What's campground were you on? Did you
upper?
Tents? Tents upper.
Yeah, Upper Tiger.
Yep.
Yeah,
it's a good campground on the platforms and everything.
No, well, we didn't stay on the platform because my son didn't want to be on the platform. He wanted to be on the ground, so we set up on the ground.
Kids.
I haven't been camping in I want to say 20 something years, at least.
Yeah.
So how did he like it?
He loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like they had activities. The BB guns.
I saw him shot a gun. Yeah. He shot a gun. I know your wife wasn't happy about that.
But that's how you get the kids in the Scouts.
Gun. Yes.
Right. It's so hard today because I technically still am a Scout leader. But I haven't been doing it because I have a son. I was going with my goddaughter's family's kids.
Yeah.
And but that's how you get the kids involved because like Fortnite's out there, all these things. You gotta
you want him to do other things. That had to be the first entire day that he was not on an electronic.
Yeah.
Like and he asked for it.
Yeah. No, it's good.
We weren't doing things in him, Daddy, can I have your phone or can I have an iPad or like he was engulfed in all this and it was great.
Yeah. It's at a DNA level.
It's experience. It's the stuff that they're learning. Like,
and plus,
I'm glad. How many times did they ask you if you wanted to shoot the gun?
He like 3 different times.
No, but I'm saying like now, does he still ask you? Can I go back and shoot a gun?
No. No, he asked more about fishing because he really.
He did caught a fish. Yeah,
he caught 2 fish.
Oh, nice. That's right.
Some sunnies.
Yes,
I've gone sledding onto the middle of the lake in Camp Lewis. In the winter.
That's funny.
I haven't been there in probably 20 years.
Yeah,
but I can close my eyes right now and walk you through the fucking park.
Nice.
Where the mess hall is, right on top of the hill where the lake is.
Yeah, so
the water pump is right there across from the lake.
So here's a question for you. When was the last time you've gone camping?
I've never gone camping.
That was your first time camping? Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, so there's a father-son experience right there. And how old is he? He's 6, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's good.
Nighttime wasn't too. I mean, we had a huge fire.
Yeah. Well, it was cold that night, right?
Yeah.
It's like 50s, 40s at least.
Oh, that's the perfect temperature to go camping.
Yeah, like at night, it wasn't too bad. Like I brought fleece hoodies, I brought thermals, those hand warmers that you crush and I brought as much as I could. I didn't.
Well, it's his first time. He doesn't eat.
I didn't use that stuff when I camped when it was like 4 degrees out.
I hate the cold though.
I understand that having lost weight myself, I get it.
Yeah, I didn't end up using any of that.
Did you bring a down sleeping bag, a down mummy sleeping bag to sleep in?
Well, they told me to get the weather rated sleeping bag. So
yeah, did you get like a 3-season?
I borrowed one. I borrowed a tent and the one bag from my wife's coworker.
Yeah,
and then we went to Walmart and got another one for my son.
Yeah, is that the one that I sent you? I sent you a link for some tent. It was like $50 or something.
No, I didn't buy the tent yet. I wanted to see how he enjoyed it before going in.
Oh, like you guys actually tried it in the store?
No. The sleeping bag I just bought. That was $30. careless about that.
Yeah, you bought a kid sleeping bag too, right? Yeah.
Like if I get a tent, I want to get like at least like a 6-person, just so I like when my other son gets older, and if he gets into it, and then the 4 of us go, just so we have something big enough.
Just don't
like,
buy multiple sleeping bags. Like, don't get like if you're gonna get one, my opinion is get one that goes like down and goes down to a colder rating, and then like so I still go camping. I haven't been in a couple of years, but I find myself now I just bring a blanket with me, and it's like this time of year I'll just bring a sheet with me because those tents heat up, man. You know, you probably
the one thing I didn't have is I don't know what you call it, but the rain.
You didn't put a rain cover on it?
No, but it didn't rain.
Yeah, it's
They didn't give me one. I didn't get it for.
If you go again and you don't want to buy a tent, I have one.
I had stuff that I could
a tarp you could have thrown on it, but then that would have made it into a fucking a sweat lodge. We've been in there going like smoke some peyote. Going, hi, what the? I'm sorry, that might be racist. I apologize, but you know what I'm talking about. Right after Indigenous People Day or Columbus Day or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Like at night, it was fine. Like going to sleep when I slept awful just from.
Well, yeah, because it's not your bed. It's not. Yeah.
Did you bring an air mattress or anything?
No, like the pads that you put down, and then
go get one of those air mattresses with battery powered pumps.
Next time I will get it.
I have a queen mattress that's like one of those double, the ones that has like the base on it.
Oh yeah.
My tent, the tent I have it's tight in it with it right now. So I'm trying to convince the wife to let me buy a cabin side tile tent that has like rooms.
That's funny.
Yeah, but
like I said, this was a trial.
But he liked it.
It went well, so I will invest some money into getting better stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go. So it's good. You can't complain.
And let me know. Maybe I'll come camping with you next time.
No, absolutely.
I think I have where my wallet is. I have I still have the card that says I'm a scout leader.
Nice.
Had to go to protecting God's children and everything.
One thing I couldn't get, like they play this game now. I don't Gaga Ball or something.
What the fuck is that?
It's almost like there's like this pit that they play in.
Okay.
And it's almost like dodgeball, but you like hit the ball with your hand, and like it's got to hit the other person like below the knee, but it can't hit the wall first and then hit you. Like
it's like an adaptation of handball.
Yeah, it was. I was sitting
weird.
there. And my son was
all over the place.
Yeah, playing it all like as much as he could, and I'm sitting there and I'm like trying to like follow along on what the rules are, and I'm like, I still don't fucking understand what this game is.
That's like Minecraft. I still don't understand.
I don't understand either.
I couldn't even ask him because he never played it before.
So he was just enjoying it and going along with it.
Like he picked up on it.
Well, I guess do it a couple more times and see if we can figure it out and whatever.
I want to go camping now.
Yeah. Well, no, it's good. It's good that you guys went and enjoyed it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome, man.
Yeah, I want to go. I mean, I would like to go camping one day, but I got old girls, and I don't know if they're gonna want to do it.
You talked about how the people were saying cheersing you for bringing your kid to a gun range. Do the same fucking thing, man. Like
I don't know if they even want to do it. I mean, that's the thing. Like my oldest.
You're the father. You decide what they're gonna do, man.
It's a little different.
We're going camping. Damn it.
Yeah.
Oh, I will break my son's iPad the day he says, no, I'm not doing that.
Oh, no. See, my kids, like, as much as my oldest is on the iPad, it's not really like she's on YouTube anymore, right? She's grown out of that phase. Now that she's got friends.
It's all texting.
It's not just texting. It's all FaceTime. Like, you know how, like, back in the day it was like the girls were always on the phone.
You actually picked up the phone and dialed someone.
This is basically her version of picking up the phone and calling her friends like 24/7, and it's like, what the fuck are you doing? Well, I'm on the phone with this person. Oh, I'm on the phone with this person. Like, get off the fucking phone, Jesus Christ! So now it's a little bit different story where
I can't imagine. Like, I'm just sitting here thinking, like, again, I know your daughter's young, and she's what, 10?
Well, she just turned 9. Yeah,
just turned 9. But like, I'm thinking ahead, like all these fucking, they're talking about like Phil DeFranco on one of his things, just did a video about how revenge porn is still a big fucking thing, and like, I can't imagine like with all like you're saying FaceTime. Again, I know your daughter's young, but I'm already thinking get more guns.
Oh yeah. Dude, don't. I mean,
start taking doors off hinges now. Just redo your house that it's all arches with no doors, and
I am like literally gonna be locking everything down. Like you're gonna I'm blocking this person. I'm blocking this person. I'm Wi-Fi. Nope, not this time. No, it's going to be.
I know there's that double standard. You know,
No,
it's just like
who's your friend? What's his name? Oh,
yeah,
blocked.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, you know what? That reminds me of a. I saw there was a tweet, not a tweet, but there was a post on Facebook or Twitter or whatever, where this guy had posted snapshots of a text that he had with his. I guess now his ex-girlfriend, where it was like she texted him and said, "Hey, I need you to cheat on me," right? And he's like, "What?" And she's like, "I need you to cheat on me. I need you to tell me, show me how much you love me, and you can do what I say, and I want you to cheat on me." And he's like, "What? No, like I'm not doing that." He goes, "That's ridiculous," and whatever. So she's like, "Well, then you don't love me." He goes, and she goes, "Unless you cheat on me, it's going to prove that you don't love me." And he's like, "Can I think about it?" She goes, "No, you have to do it now." He's like, "All right, well." Who do you want me like? I need to think about who. I don't even know anybody that I can do this with. And she's like, "I don't care. Just figure it out and do it." He's like, "Okay,
it's a trap.
Do you want me to like text my ex-girlfriend?" And she's like, "Yes, do it." So then he goes on, he goes text his ex-girlfriend, "Hey, what are you doing?" She's like, "Oh, nothing. Do you want to come over?" And she's like, "Okay." That sounds like, all right, that's kind of weird. So then he gets a text from his girlfriend's mom saying, "Hey, it's me. I left my phone at home. So I'm texting you from my mom's phone. I'm going to come over in a few minutes." And he's like, "Wait, no, don't come over." And then, I don't know, it was like 10 minutes later, his ex-girlfriend shows up at his house. 10 minutes later, his girlfriend shows up at the same time. And she's like, "What is your ex-girlfriend doing here?" And he goes, "Wait, I have to explain. Wait, hold on." Turns out it was her father.
The father, I was going to say the father or the mother with the phone was testing him.
No, not testing him.
Trying to get
he
rid
wanted
of him.
him to break up, or she wanted her to break up with him, and that was the way that it happened.
There's so much to unpack on this.
Oh
right
yeah,
now.
I know, but it was fucking hilarious when I read it.
Yes, it's hysterical, but like I don't have girls, but you like.
Oh, dude, I would be like, "Oh my god, that."
But that would end your relationship with your daughter. I feel like if you did something like that, like encourage.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be a little shitty thing, but it was fucking hilarious.
Like, unless this guy is a fucking rapist, I'm not like.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought it was hilarious. It was a funny.
I don't know. I think if I had a daughter, I would assume that every guy that she wants to talk to is a rapist, and he's no good.
Yeah.
Well, all right. I'm gonna move on from the subject because right now I my daughter has no interest in guys, so I'm okay with it. So I'm gonna move past that right now. And I don't want to continue talking about that either. I don't want to think about it right
Cross
now.
that bridge when you come to
exactly. I'll worry about it later.
I'll sit here with the guns with you, man.
Hey, listen, we got.
I'll let the beard get real long. I'll look crazy. I'll get the hair all matted.
Yeah.
Tell the guy just got out of jail or something.
Bad boy skit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. There was another skit that I saw somewhere else with 50 Cent and someone else.
That's one of my favorite. Yeah. That skit is one of my favorite bits from
the
like
Bad Boys.
Yeah. It was like
Reggie. Fuck Reggie.
All right. So I'm going to move on to another discussion that we were having earlier today. So there was a company that I saw on Facebook called WatchGang. Some of you may have seen it, some of you may not. But what they do is it's a subscription model package for getting, I guess, a new watch every, let's say, every quarter or every month, and there's different price ranges and blah blah blah. So Joe, Ray, and I were having a discussion earlier where I was kind of picking their brain, seeing if they'd be interested. There was one package. It was like, I don't know, $100 a month. You get a watch every month that's worth up to $300 to $900, let's say.
So expensive.
But I did find a coupon code to bring it down to $50.
Was that a month or was that a quarter?
Well, no, there were options in the plan. So you can do a month or you can do a quarter. So I did a quarter. So I was like, well, I signed up today. The first watch will come in a couple days. So I'm gonna review the watch, show it to you guys, and you guys tell me what you think. And I mean, so we were talking, and it's one of those things where it's a watch. I guess it's like we were talking. It's a jewelry for guys, right? Kind of thing.
Because we don't have anything, right? What do guys wear? Right, we wear our wedding rings, we wear a watch, and maybe I know yours is in a wood somewhere, and we have a metal detector in there, and see if we can find the fucker.
Sorry, honey.
Yeah, but it's been like,
and then maybe a gold chain.
8 years.
Yeah, but we don't got much.
Yeah, we don't have
and
much.
I'm not even into jewelry
to begin with.
Yeah. Like like to me, that's like I would have zero interest in that.
I mean, but
that's just me.
That's just you, right?
I'm not into jewelry.
No, and I'm not into jewelry. I mean, I besides wearing my ring and I'm wearing an Apple Watch, right? That's really it. But it's one of those things where, like, my wife bought me a Movado watch for our anniversary years ago, right? And I wore it, and this is I think before the Apple Watch, and I wore it all the time. You know, but I'm also one of those people that likes to likes variety, likes to switch it up a little bit, you know. And
no, I'm the same way.
And for me, I'm not a big watch guy, so I don't know like what.
Be careful, it's an expensive hobby.
No, and that I understand.
It's an expensive hobby.
No, and that I understand, but it's one of those things where, you know, maybe it's something I kind of want to just see, right? So I taking the first step in and just kind of dip my toe in, just see what it's about, what these watches look like, if they, you know, kind of match my preference, because that's the thing. There's a I guess there's a monthly list of the different watches, but you don't get to pick which one you get. They just send you, but they kind of show you a bunch of different watches that kind of cater to your style.
Yeah, so they try and build a profile with you. So
exactly.
If you like metal bands, you like leather bands,
exactly.
You like chronographic watches, you like, you know, there's all different things.
There's all different kinds, right? So
are you righty? Are you lefty?
Exactly.
You know.
So I went through that whole process, and you know, I was looking at last month's watches, and I was comparing like the pricing of what they had for the package that I chose, let's say.
Yeah.
I mean, the watch they look pretty nice, you know. And each one they gave you each one that goes to each vendor, each price point, and each one went from around $300 to $900.
Yeah.
And I mean, they look like nice watches.
So yeah, so again, I'm a watch guy.
Right. And that was the thing that started the discussion, because, you know, we already know that you've got your Rolex and you don't wear anything else besides it.
Yeah, so I still have
and I called you a watch snob.
So I'm not a watch snob. I have, in like, one of my favorite brands of watches is an Invicta. And they're a great solid made timepiece, and you can get them for like $100 a lot of times, like a nice watch.
Yeah.
Which is great, you know, and I built my collection. You know, I did a WatchGang on my own where I just went around and bought like Citizens and Invictas, all great timepieces. But I got to the point where I had one with I had a purple one, a blue one, a green one, a brown one, a square face, a round face, big ones, thick ones, like all these different watches. And yeah, I have the variety still, but
you never wear them.
I don't wear them anymore.
Yeah.
You know, I got the Rolex, which is something I've wanted for a long time, and it's great. And I looked into WatchGang years ago, you know, when I think they first came out. If you're getting into you want to take a step into the watch world, it's phenomenal, because you're going to be able to see a lot of great timepieces for a cheaper value.
Yeah.
You know, you're getting a value, and their big thing that they do too is the whole every month one person gets a Rolex, right? That's their big gimmick.
Right.
Every time there's always a possibility of you being their winner and getting a Rolex.
Right. Actually, they switch it up now, where I think it's every week. And it's twice a week. So every Tuesday, someone will win a tag watch, and every Friday, someone wins a Rolex.
Yeah.
So I mean, listen, whether that's true or not, or, you know.
But even if you think about it, you know, say they have 100,000 subscribers, right? That's a 1 in 100,000 shot, or a 2 in 100,000 shot you got, because they're doing it twice a week now, right? Every week,
right? Which
is awesome. That's better odds than win the lottery. I mean, if you stay in long enough, statistically speaking, you should be able to win that watch, right? That's great. But for someone like me who's already built my watch collection, I have the chronographs, I have the leather strap ones, my Disney watches, my Invictas, my Androids, my Citizens, you know, my Bulivas, you know, again, all great timepieces, but they don't hold their value.
Yeah.
So for me, I got to the point where I stopped buying watches. I wanted to save up for the Rolex, because it's now an heirloom that my son can have.
Right.
And, you know, in 30 years, you'll be able to still sell my Rolex for at least what I paid for it, you know, because it's going to be a vintage watch by then. And, like,
it still has value.
Yeah. Like, I again, a lot of the Invictas I bought, you know, say they're, you know, $800 face value. And then you go on, like, Shop NBC or QVC or one of those shows, and like, oh, it's a $1,200 watch that we're giving to you for 6 easy payments of $19.99.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, it's not a $1,200 watch if you're selling it to me for $120. Like,
yeah,
it wouldn't make sense for them to do this. You know, it's you're getting. I'm sure that they're discounting it off their deals, but even go to one of those Invicta stores, you never pay the price. There's always a sale. You know, 60%. They give you little scratch offs. You know, like 60% off a watch right now.
Yeah.
So they have huge margins. But again, if you're building your watch collection, great. You know, and you know, we'll see what the timepieces you got. And if nothing else, you got
a shot of watch, and
a shot of winning a Rolex. You might get your first one. You know, it's
never know.
Yeah.
No, it's true. So I mean, yeah, I just it kind of piqued my interest, and then like I kind of like scrolled past it, you know, a few weeks ago, and I was like, and then it came up again, and I was like, all right, let me just take a look. And I was like, all right, kind of planted a seed in there, and I was like, all right, well, fucking today.
No, it's gonna be a great way for you to discover new timepieces. So
see if I even like them, see if it's even worth it, or what.
Yeah, but, and you invested what? You said it's for the year or for the quarterly was.
Well, it's $50.
Oh, you only have to sign for one quarter?
Well, I can cancel anytime.
Oh,
so I signed up. I paid $50 today. My watch will be here next week.
And you can cancel tomorrow and keep the $50 watch. Okay.
Yeah. And keep the watch.
Yeah. No, again, it's
so the most you're invested is $50.
Exactly. For $300. Well, if it's really that MSRP, 300, whatever.
But
whatever watch they send me. Right.
But again, I'm a believer of you don't buy things not to use them. So like one of my big arguments was, you know, discussion today was I have a Rolex and I wear the Rolex because I want to wear it and it makes me happy.
Yeah. I'm
not doing it to show off. You know, it's something I've wanted.
Yeah.
And
you worked for it and you got it. And, yeah.
And I don't believe in having something just to look at it. You know, like
right. Like and that was the thing. Like you know, what I was thinking was, you know, when I start going to, you know, events or something like that for whether it's work or personal, you know, do I really want to keep wearing an Apple Watch every time I go somewhere?
But so there's two schools of thought, right? So,
and I like variety, right?
You like variety, so that's great for you. But like, if you just wore the Apple Watch, I don't think it would be looked down upon.
Oh no, I'm not looking at it. I'm more of looking like
a watch is. I feel like
accessory.
Yes, but I feel like it's a necessity when you're in certain settings. You know, it makes you look. I don't want to say more adult. It makes you look more professional. Right. So when you're in a certain setting and it's just like, you know, like the same reason why we wear tuxedos to weddings, you know, like you dress for the
occasion.
Yeah. And that's why the Rolex I have, you know, you guys have seen it. It's not flashy. It's simple.
It's simple.
It's a clean watch. It's well built. It makes me, and again, it's great, you know, but if you're just getting into it, I'm telling you, be careful, man. Because
I got
all the other watches I have I could, if I added up every other watch I've got, I probably could have a second Rolex over the years. You know, from the buying watches with the Budweiser logo from our catalogs for $200 to, you know, some crazy Invictas I paid like $800 for that were reserves. And, you know, like, again, it's a $4,000 watch. You're giving me $800. I'm like,
okay.
But again, you go and try and sell this at a pawn shop. Like, you're lucky. Like, I've looked up the watches I have. If I get $10 online for them, that's, you know, a lot.
It's not worth it. Yeah.
But again, I got more than $100 worth of value ever. So whatever I paid for,
you weren't buying it to resell it. You were buying it.
Correct.
Exactly. Like I'm not buying this and, you know, put it back on the market somewhere. This is more of just like, want to see what it is. If it's nice,
100%. Like I say, like I said, for me, I've already built that collection.
Yeah.
You don't have it yet. It's a great tool. It lets you get cool watches without having to go hunt for them.
Yeah.
You know, which, and, you know, again, like I used to enjoy the hunt, but now with Amazon, whatever, like,
yeah, there's no need.
Yeah, when nobody goes for anything, you don't go to a store anymore.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm gonna check it out. I mean, I have a referral code if anybody's
I'm really interested to see it.
And you know, we'll post it up on the podcast and we'll post it up on Facebook and Twitter. And if you're interested, you know, sign up yourself. I'll actually give you the same code that I use. I think it was like Big 5.
That's awesome.
Saves you 50% off.
Now, would it save 50% off than if you had paid for like a full year membership? Would it save you?
Well, it's not. Well, since it's a subscription model, right? It's my continuing. If I continue it, the next watch
for how long though?
Oh, it doesn't say. It just said here's your 50% off code.
What is the next month full price?
You might be paying full tilt for the next quarter.
I don't think so. because they didn't say it was a one-time use.
I bet you it is. Though.
Yeah,
all right, I'll see.
I'd look
I'll see what
into
happens.
that.
Yeah.
So that's so something like that. Like, again,
Well, if it stays at 50, then I score another watch $50.
yeah, exactly.
Well,
But I can't see the subscription model being like that. They would be losing. They're giving away 50% of their profit then every time.
Well, that's only for the one plan. It didn't work for they have two other plans on top of it, right? So they have one. It's a cheaper plan, which was originally 50 already, but you get cheaper watches. Right.
Yeah.
So the watch values in those are like $100, let's say, and then they have another one that's $299 a month or per quarter.
$299.
Yeah, $299. And then those watches supposedly value at over $1,200.
No, but that's $3,600 a year.
To me,
I know.
that's insane.
That's insane.
That's half a Rolex.
Not even that. Even Ray was saying it. It's like fucking car payment. That's a car payment.
I'm trying to keep it equivalent to watches.
Yeah. No, I get it.
That's half a Rolex. That's half what I paid for my Rolex.
Yeah. So $299 a month. And so that's why I was like, well, that's. I mean, I was.
There has to be again. Why not though? Right for them. It doesn't cost them anything to do it. They're already getting these expensive watches to raffle off anyway.
Right.
You know, they're making money off this. Yeah. So I get having it.
And if that's what you're into,
then that's there. That's your thing,
then
right?
that's what you're into. Like,
yeah.
I've spent.
I mean, I don't think I would have signed up without the 50% code.
Well, that's any company has that problem. You know, the idea of
they're trying to get everybody in, right?
You
So
know, like
if I can keep the 50% off for the next quarter, then maybe I'll stick with it for that next watch, see what that comes in. If I don't, then I'm just going to cancel.
But there again,
like I said, I was just doing it to try it.
Subscription services also bank on the fact that people forget about subscription services.
Yes. No, that's true.
You know, again, this is a big one. You're going to notice $100 coming out of your account real quick. They cancel it. But again, how many people are millionaires who subscribe to this? Just to get watches, and $100 to them is like the $10.99 Spotify subscription. We forget about.
And you pay your bill every month, and what's to you $5,300 bill, credit card bill, or $5,000 credit bill is
nothing.
So no, I'm excited to see what the watches are because I've looked into it and I wanted to do it, but
you don't need it because you got your Rolex. Right.
Yeah,
right. I get it.
Like the next watch again. I'm looking for my next big watch. Like, am I going to do a Patek Philippe? Am I going to do, a Tag? I remember back in the day, Tag was the fucking watch to have.
Yeah.
And my cousin, they used to do this promo where if you say you bought $1,000 Tag and you went in 6 months later and like, oh, I like that $2,000 Tag, you could trade in your $1,000 Tag for full face value. As long as you bought a watch that was double the price of the one you're trading in.
That's like, well, that's
so $1,000 for a 2, a 2 for a 4, a 4 for an 8, an 8 for a 16.
That's like, it's the same thing with my wife's wedding ring. Like I can trade her, like the stone, I can trade that in as long as I get a stone that's double that price.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because it makes sense for them. A watch like that Tag Heuer, again, holds its value just like a Rolex does. So they're willing to buy back that watch at full tilt because people will pay, close to it, and they're making the sale and the new commission.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, it's interesting. Well, I'll have an update for you guys next week when we meet, and you guys can take a look.
I want to see how the packaging is too, because I'm big on the unboxing part of things. Like, I'm hoping it's a sexy package. It's not just like an Amazon box. The Amazon box with a box thrown in with some shrink wrap around it.
No, from what I've seen, it actually comes in a nice box with the paperwork inside, and it's in this little holster and everything. I mean,
it's part of the experience.
From what I've seen,
Hopefully, it's as beautiful as your colon.
Yes, yes.
That's funny. But yeah, so we'll see how it goes. I mean, like I said, I just wanted to try it out. I'll cancel it if it sucks.
Hopefully it doesn't suck and we can get you guys on as, say, a sponsor.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. I'm gonna give out there.
You're gonna like it. Again, I watches they're addictive, man. I'm telling you, be careful.
I don't know. I mean, like I said,
I was the same way. My first watch, my uncle got me when I graduated college.
Yeah,
he got me a Citizen watch. Was the first one I got. And it started with that, and I wore that every day. I still have the watch, one of my favorite watches.
Yeah.
And one turned into two, turned into four. It's
yeah. No, I mean, like I said, I had the Movado watch for a long time, and that was before the fucking Apple Watches came out.
I remember when you got the Movado. It's a gorgeous watch.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And I wore it every day. Special events and stuff. But then it was like, I stopped wearing it, and then I got the Apple Watch, and then.
How much do you use the Apple Watch though? Do you?
I wear it all the time.
But like, if you have a text message, are you reading on the watch before more than the phone? Are you answering phone calls?
Depends. No, I don't answer phone calls. I will read quick emails or texts if it's more like just a quick reply, or I'll see if I get like an email, like if I'm in a meeting or something and my phone's in my pocket and then I see the alert on my phone, on my watch, then I'll just kind of quickly glance at it, just see what it is. If it's important or not, then,
See, that's the thing. Like, it's going to be a step back for you if you think about it, man. You're losing a piece of interface.
But it's not. The watches aren't supposed. Well, at least I don't think it's going to replace.
Tag has a smartwatch now, man.
Well, I don't think it's going to replace my everyday, like the Apple Watch, right? Because I use it more for activity. I was looking at those watches more of like an accessory
for an outing,
or an event or stuff like that. Just to have something, because it's like.
Something a little nicer.
Yeah, exactly.
Apple Watch.
Exactly. And nobody wants to spend like fucking $1,000 on an Apple.
So not talking down the WatchGang thing, then that's something you might want to go find the watch you're going to wear for those events, right? So if because how many suits do you have?
I don't know, 4, 5, let's say.
And they're all probably similar colored because you're not having a bright blue suit with a white suit, it's
with a ruffled. Yeah.
No. So a blue face watch like I have will go with most of the suits you would wear, probably, right? So it's another school of thought that, try this for $50 if you like it, keep doing it to get a bunch of watches, or do you save up and maybe spend, go get a nice Boulevard, go get a nice, the tags have a little, more inexpensive tags you can go out there and get, go get one of the other big name watches that have.
No, I get it. Yeah, but I'm also about.
I'm not talking again. It's you have to decide if it works for you.
Of course,
it's a lot of money.
No, that's exactly.
That's my biggest concern with it. Like, I don't like if you don't got the cash to do this, man. It could get. It's like gambling.
Of course,
it's like.
Of course, nobody wants to do that.
Yeah.
But like I said, we'll get it next week.
You want to build a collection? There's a great way to build a collection.
But let's see the first one and see what it comes in with next week. And see what it's like, and if we like it, if we don't like it, and we'll kind of rate it on the show and see how it goes.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, listen, you're the watch snob. You'll tell me.
I'm not a
snob. I know. I'm not saying you're the snob. I'm just saying,
I know.
You have more experience in the watch game than I do.
Well,
right?
we should actually bring Steven on for this then too.
Well, that's right. True. Cause he,
Steven, was when I was in Bermuda before I bought the Rolex. I called Steven from Bermuda to ask him, what do you think? And, he sent me a picture like, only buy it from this location. Like, I'm standing in front of that building right now because if you don't buy it from an authorized Rolex dealer, you're buying something fake.
Yeah.
You just have to assume that.
Yeah. No, that's right.
And,
so it's
and Steven told me when I bought this watch, it's like, if you don't buy it, I'm buying it because they gave me 10% off the face value with no tax because Bermuda has no tax on it.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay.
Yeah. No, I mean, he's definitely.
It was something you always wanted, so who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
100%. I had just got a promotion with my job. I was just, life was going good. My wife had started a new job. Money was freeing up a little bit more because she went full time to part time, back to full time. So
it'll make it a little easier.
No time like the present. You can always make more money.
It's true.
100.
That's true.
That is my mantra. Like people all the time say, "Why do you go to Disney so much? It's expensive." My brother even looks at me like I'm insane. Seeing my son's smile is worth 10 times what I paid to go to these trips.
Yeah, why not? I mean, listen,
it's sad.
I think you also enjoy it just a little bit.
No, I do. 100%. I love it. But again, I'm not being morbid, but I'm past midlife looking at my parents.
Yeah.
They didn't make it to 60, both my parents.
No.
And
you want to be able to enjoy that time.
Yeah, and not that I didn't do things that I did enjoy. I mean, we had a Pennsylvania house we went on vacations. We did stuff all the time.
Yeah.
But I always felt, the pressure on my parents for money, even though they were comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like it was always, And again, my mom always joked that I had champagne taste with beer money, which turned out to be prophetically true. Now that I work for a beer company for 12 years, But yeah.
No, I get it.
But all right.
So we are moving on to something that we call Be a Gentleman.
We kicked this off the last episode where we're encouraging everyone to just go out and do something nice for someone, and post it to it, tag it, hit us up on Twitter, say what you did. It could be anything. It could be something as simple as, paying for someone's coffee at Dunkin' Donuts when you're getting coffee in the morning.
So before we go into Be a Gentleman, I heard a really funny story or read something on, I don't know what the fuck happened, but it was a woman who was at Dunkin' Donuts. The person behind her honked because she didn't move up within like the 2 seconds the person moved up in front of her. So she went to the front and said, I want to pay for the person's coffee behind me. So she pays for the coffee. He's like, I want the coffee too. Ends up taking the person behind her's coffee because they honked at her and said, I paid for it as my coffee now, and just kind of cocked that person's whole fucking order to be ready there. And they had to, I guess, make another coffee, or she had to go around. But yeah, sorry. I thought it was funny. It's the exact opposite of being a gentleman.
That is pretty funny.
That is really funny.
But yeah, continue. So
we actually have multiple stories of Be a Gentleman. I'll kick it off first. So the other day, I'm in the city for work, Port Authority. We are walking up the stairs, going to from the first level. Second level is a woman in front of me. For whatever reason, she lost her balance and started to fall backwards.
It's a fucking nightmare of mine.
I know. But I caught her as well as 2 or 3 other guys. She ended up hurting her ankle. So then we kind of helped her walk up to the next flight. And then one of the other guys ran off and tried to grab an officer so they can call someone to kind of help her out. And it was, one of those things where we were helping her out. She was carrying like a backpack or something. And we waited for, I guess, the more police officers to come around. And thank you, NYPD. Help her out, get her back on her feet and get her to where she needs to go. And,
Nice.
Yeah. So it was kind of one of those good deeds.
You're just being a good person.
Yeah. Just, making sure that
being a gentleman,
that's all it is. So I know you guys got some stories of your own. Go for it.
Yeah, so me, I was in the city recently for an event for work, and coming home, going to Port Authority, buying my bus ticket home. The person to the right of me was short on money. I looked over and saw him, heard him, he was $1 short. I was like, here, go ahead, get yourself home.
It's that simple.
So, yeah.
That's simple. Similar story for me. So I was going into a 7-Eleven to go buy a drink or something. And as I'm walking in, I see a sheriff's officer paying for his stuff. And I hear him say to the guy behind the counter, here's $10. It's for the kid in the back with the red backpack, whatever he's buying, put this towards his bill. So I was like, oh, that's really nice of this guy. Maybe he knows this kid or something, I'm thinking. And so I walked to the back to go get my monsters that I was getting. And I get back there, and the guy behind the counter is back there yelling at the kid who was using his, again, he had this stuff in his backpack, but he was holding the backpack open and carrying it in front of him. It wasn't on his back. I think he just, and he had a bunch of shit. It was more stuff than he could carry. So the guy starts yelling at him, taking the stuff out of the bag, saying, no, this is, whatever. So he ends up going to the front, getting a couple of things that he wants, and the guy's being a dick again, saying, oh, you don't have enough money for that. The cop only gave $10. So I see him, and I feel bad for this kid. He's probably 13, 14, and I could just see the look in his eyes of embarrassment. So I'm like, dude, relax. I'm like, whatever the kid's bill is, I'll pick up the difference. So he's like, no. I'm like, no, it's fine. I'm like, put it on. Let's ring it up. So we ring it up. It was $13 and stuff, So I pay for it. The guy hands me a $10 bill because I was using my credit card. And I'll go over to the kid and, I say, here, buddy, here's the $10 the cop left for you. Have a good day. And I just walk out.
Nice.
And again, I felt bad for the kid because I could see the look in his eyes of just embarrassment,
You turned the bad situation for him into
hopefully
into a good one.
Hopefully I made his day a little better, and I don't know where, again, you hear all these stories about food insecurity, I didn't eat for 2 days for the colonoscopy, and I was, a hangry asshole that was trying to pick a fight with my wife when she got home on Tuesday because I was so hungry.
Yeah.
And you think about, like, that might have fed him for the next 2 days, those 2 bags of chips.
Yeah.
Like, you just don't know.
Yeah, you don't know.
Yeah, you have no idea.
So, it was just, I felt, it was just, I was inspired by the police officer, and I said, I'm going to take it one step further.
Yeah. Why not? I mean, listen, it's a couple bucks, right? You can't, you're going to help the kid have a snack or have something to eat for who knows how long, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And you don't know his situation. You've never met the kid before. So it's kind of like,
yeah.
It's a great
and I may never, I most likely will never see this kid again. Exactly. It was a 7-Eleven right down the street from my house, but
yeah,
I live in the city.
You never know. Right.
But like, again, who knows the day he was having? Maybe that made him a little happier, and I hope it did, and that's what it's all about, So please, do those little acts of kindness. We need to be nice to people more than ever today, I feel, with everything that goes on politically, like even Ellen DeGeneres is getting shit for sitting with George Bush. Like, when did we get to the point where we can't have conversations with people who have differing opinions from us?
Yeah,
exactly.
And it's just be a human being, man. Like, I remember growing up I was more worried about the people around my house than my parents because I would get in just as much trouble from my neighbors than I would with my parents.
It's the golden rule.
Yeah, no, 100%.
So before we go, I am going to make an announcement that we are hosting Movember.
I'm so on the fence on this one.
So I know you don't know if you're going to do it or not.
I think I'm going to.
What you're going to do. But
do you know how long it's been since I've had no facial hair?
Same with me, buddy. So
me too.
October 31st, when I get back from trick-or-treating with the kids, I will be shaving my beard to let it grow for the month of Movember. It's been...
Are we going to do beards or are we going to do mustaches?
I'm just going to let the beard grow back.
Let's do mustaches.
I can't just do the mustache and not the beard. I'm going to look fucking like Wolverine.
That's the point of it.
No. I'm doing the whole thing. I
will do it if we do mustaches.
No, you got to do the whole thing.
I will shave everything off. I'll go baby face fresh, but growing back, we grow back mustaches.
Just mustaches?
Just mustaches for the month of November. That's the only way I would do it. Because
I was going to get people to do the whole beard because it'd be easier to get people to do the beard.
So everyone else can do just the beard, but again, since
it's been 8 years since I've shaved my beard.
Since I was 16, I've shaved off my full facial hair 4 times.
Okay. Yeah, you beat me.
And I know that I've kept track. It was for my high school graduation. My mother wanted me to be clean shaved. First one was for high school picture. So my senior picture would be without facial hair.
Yeah.
Then she wanted me to do it for graduation. I fucked up my beard once. I had to take it all the way off. And my barber fucked up my beard once. I had to take it all the way off because I had like a V on the bottom of my chin. Yeah. So I just started fresh 4 times. And a barber, I didn't let a barber touch my facial hair because I didn't start doing the beard until probably about 2 or 3 years ago. I had a goatee from like 16 on.
Yeah.
So like I didn't let anyone besides myself
do anything.
Shape my goatee for a long time.
Yeah. No, it's been at least 8 years since I've clean shave, full off the beard, like everything. Even my kids, my kids are not going to recognize me.
The only problem is that so my skin from having facial hair for so long.
Oh yeah, I have the same thing.
It's all pimply and patchy and
I have the same shit.
Scabby and
yeah. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it October 31st after we get back from trick or treating with the kids. Probably when my wife gets back from class.
If we do mustaches, I'll do mustaches.
I'll get back to you on that.
All right.
But I am going to do the whole thing.
I got to tell you, he can say he's going to do a mustache and your beard's going to be gone and he can grow whatever the hell he wants.
Yeah, that's true.
and I will nut tap him every time I see him.
So on that note, also.
Which he might want because he already has 3 kids.
Yeah. So on that note also, so we're hosting an event. It's basically just, we have no fundraising target. But if you want to donate we'll post out the link starting November 1st. Be a gentleman, donate.
Yeah.
If you don't know what November is basically just men's health. It's not just promoting like
it started with testicular cancer.
It started with testicular, but now it's kind of evolved more into men's health and mental health and physical health and well-being and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, and for me, I kind of started messing around with this a couple years ago with previous jobs and stuff like that, where we would have like a bunch of interns and these guys are straight out of high school and trying to get them to grow peach fuzz on their top lip. For an entire month. It was more of like an entertainment value, but now that we have a platform where we're kind of bringing it out to the public,
why not?
I figure we take it one step level and see if we can get people to donate.
I did try it a couple years ago. I think I made it like 3/4 through the month.
We're gonna go through to the whole month, and that means you're growing you're growing something as well. So because you've been clean shaved since I've known you. So
what if we all did something crazy? Like? He did mutton chops. I did like the handlebar mustache. The guy from Orange County Choppers. I grew like that, and then you did like
I could do something else,
like shaved a Z or something, and like a.
No, I still gotta see. Well, I gotta see customers too, but you guys see customers too. Whatever. We'll figure something out.
But again, but that's the great thing about Movember is that it's the only time you can do it.
Exactly.
It's the whole point of the mustache was no one wears mustaches anymore, so it's a conversation piece. Right. So it lets you bring up the topic of Movember to talk about
what it
everything.
is. Exactly.
So doing a crazy facial hair might be a good
segue into
like a fun thing.
Yeah. I'm sure, like getting other people involved and whatever. Yeah. No, it's just true. So that's what we're gonna do. We'll figure something out. And we are going to get some of you guys to join in. We will do before and after pictures.
I was going to say we should do before and after pictures.
Yes, we will do before and after pictures. So if you're going to let your whatever peach fuzz you got growing in right now. No. If you're going to
have something going right now.
What I'm saying is let it grow. Let it grow.
Your beard is my 5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah. We will do before and after pictures and then we'll see what happens. And then, I don't know. Let's have fun. Let's have some fun with it and get some people involved and see if they want to.
I also think it would be fun for us to do a picture every day of the month. So that way we could time lapse it to show the growth of the facial hair.
Yeah, we could do that. All right. Well, we'll post the stuff out.
And if you guys get involved, we'll run some kind of contest. Where's the T-shirt? We'll give out whoever has the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we can do some kind of fun stuff like that. We'll T-shirts, some pens. I could even,
Yeah, at the end of the month, we'll find something to give out to you guys. We'll put out a vote. Who's got the best beard?
And if you can't donate and you want to just do this with us too, that's fine. We wanted to try and raise a little cash, but the whole idea is just to raise awareness. Money's great, but just doing it for the reason of doing it is the important part, I feel.
Correct. On that note, let's call it a night, guys.
Again, please remember to like, comment, subscribe. Find us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all your majors of social media, as Daniel Tosh says. Interact with us, tell us, hey, I didn't like that, me ruining, what movie did I fucking ruin before?
El Camino.
The Last Jedi.
The Last Jedi. Yeah, you get mad at me for whatever, call me an asshole, it's fine. I have thick skin. So before we end, I do have thick skin. I found out for the first time. The anesthesiologist who ended up getting the IV into me said that I had thicker skin than most people.
Nice.
So make fun of me, guys. Fucking do it.
Thick skin and a beautiful colon.
That's what it's all about, guys. Thick skin and a beautiful colon.
And he's a watch snob.
Let's just end on that. Thick skin and a beautiful colon.
All right, everyone. Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Thanks, everybody. Good night.
Bye.